Hello everyone, Tina here from Pinkfresh Studio. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm so glad you're here with us today. Today we're going to create a card we're going to create a background with some Postage Edge dies. This is the Pinkfresh Studio standalone die set. It's the Nested Rectangles Postage Edge. I am going to be using the two smallest in this set today to create a real fun patterned background. And then I'm also going to bring in the stitched scallop circle die set. We're going to use the smaller one. And then I'm going to add a little bit of flutter using one of the greetings from the Fluttering Butterflies. That's the only stamp we're going to be using from here. And then I do have the die set because we're going to break out our Fluttering Butterfly washi tape also for our card project today. We're going to add some coordinating butterflies to our Postage Edge background. Let's start off by doing a little bit of ink blending on some cardstock. We're going to create 3 different colors in our background with the Postage Edge, and so I have 3 different colors of inks. Today I'm using Mimosa, Fresh Pear, and Peony, and we're going to bring in our 1-inch blending brushes. We're going to ink blend on some white cardstock first with Mimosa. So I'm going to pick up some ink and I'm going to add it to the very bottom. I'm going to go heavy at the bottom and then kind of fade up. That's all there is to this. I'm going to put this ink away and we're going to grab our next ink, which is Fresh Pear. And we'll do the same thing at the very bottom. Let's see. So I think that's just the right amount of my Fresh Pear. And next we're going to bring in our Peony ink. And we're going to do the same thing with the Peony. And so we have 3 panels here. Okay, so I'm going to take the green, the pink, and the orange, and then using the larger stitched rectangle that we picked, I'm going to cut out some sets of these. And then I'm also going to take another piece of white cardstock, and using the smaller Postage Edge die, I'm going to die cut out 6 of these, and I'll do that. And I'll be right back. Now I have 6 sets, and what we're going to do next is just use a little bit of adhesive, and we are going to glue all of these white postage edges to the center of each one of our colored in ones. We'll go ahead and do that right now. After we have these layered together, I'm going to take my card base. This is going to be a top folding card base. And we're going to layer these at a diagonal over our card here. After I'm happy with my placement, I'm going to go ahead and use my tape runner. And we are going to adhere all of these to their home on my card here. We'll just tack this down. Once I have them all attached, we're going to flip them over, and I'm going to trim away anything that's overhanging. I'm just going to use my scissors for this. And we have a fabulous background that looks very dimensional, but it's actually really flat. Okay, after this is done, we'll put this to the side. I'm going to bring in that small stitched scallop circle. We're going to cut out several circles using white cardstock. We're going to stack them together for a little bit of dimension. And then I'm also going to take our washi. I'm just going to place it on some white cardstock here. Okay. I'm also going to stamp my greeting from the Fluttering Butterflies. The greeting says, "You are the best ever." I have enough room here on my panel to stamp it with my Pinkfresh Studio Detail Black ink. I'll go ahead and stamp this. Lovely. And while we're die cutting, we're just going to die cut out everything all at once. I will do that, and I will be right back. Once I have my butterflies and my stitch scallops die cut out, what I'm going to do is create a floating greeting, and the best way I know how to do that is to put a piece of acetate behind one of my circles. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm just going to add some glue behind one of my scallop circles. I die cut out 4 in total. When we layer these together, it's just going to give me some dimension. So I'm going to tack this down. My circle is just slightly larger than the opening on my scallop. We will tack this down. If glue oozes out, no worries. You just use a damp cloth with alcohol. So I have a piece of acetate behind this. And now I'm going to take the rest of these and I'm going to stack them all together like this. I'm going to do that and I will be right back. Now that we have all of our scallop circles layered together, we have a little bit of dimension here. I'm going to take this panel, we're going to add glue behind it, and I'm going to tack this down right in the center of my card base. We'll give that a good press. And you could easily turn this into a shaker card if you wanted to. You would just add your sequins in here. But what I'm going to do is create a floating sentiment right on the top. So I did pop it up with some foam. I'm going to place it here on the acetate. Give that a second to grab. And then you can see how it looks like it's floating. But it doesn't take away from your background. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my leaves. Kind of overlapping those two. And then I'm going to add a small foam square behind the body of each one of my butterflies. I'm going to fluff up those wings. And we're going to add our butterfly, placing them around the curve of our scallop circle. And then we're going to bring in a little bit of sparkle. We're going to add some of the Pinkfresh Studio Iridescent clear drops. Just going to funnel these right back. And then that will finish my card today. Postage Edge die set and create some pretty fabulous backgrounds with them. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.